Hi. So, I think I broke my tripod. It's not working correctly. It looks like a squashed beetle, and I'm disappointed in me and also the tripod. So this video might look weird, like frame-wise, because it could be a little tilted. But we're not going to worry about that, because it doesn't matter. I have no idea how to begin this video. How about, okay, I went to see Mortal Engines on Sunday, which is 4 days ago? I don't know, time is a social construct. So, it was bad. And I thought, oh gosh, so many people are gonna go into this movie not having read the book, and they're gonna see how bad it is, and they're not gonna ever want to pick up the book. And I was like, no, I have to fix this with my tiny booktube channel. So I decided I was gonna do a book versus movie comparison, review, whatever you want to call it. So the only reason I ever picked up Mortal Engines is because of the trailer, which came out like last year? I don't remember. But so I'm thankful for the movie, at least in that regard. It's a really like steampunky type of book written by Philip Reeve. It's basically about there was a 60-minute war. It destroyed everything. People decided, you know what? The only way to find food and fuel is to put our cities on wheels and eat other cities, and to get food that way, and also to, get people in for labor. So this has been going on for like centuries. So the book is about Tom Natsworthy, who's like 14, 15, and how he is like in like hero worship with this guy, and I forgot to mention they're on London. London is one of the biggest predator cities. So Tom hero worships Valentine. So he gets sent down to the pit when they ingest a city, and he meets Valentine. So he meets Valentine down there, and this city they've ingested had a girl on it whose face is covered by a bandana, and she tries to stab Valentine, and Tom stops her from doing more damage than she could. So this girl is Hester Shaw. Tom chases her throughout the pit, and he tries to save her from falling off of the city, but does not. And Valentine comes and tells him, I'm really glad you saved me. And Tom's like, yeah, who is Hester Shaw? So Valentine shoves him off of the city. And what is basically happening is Tom and Hester teaming up to defeat Valentine, and they get wrapped up in all this nonsense. That's what Mortal Engines is. That's my best description. I'm not good at describing things. So the book is awesome. I really liked it. I mean, it wasn't my favorite book, but it's really good, like fantasy, sci-fi. I don't know what to classify it as. And it was really like great world building, like fantastic world building. The characters were interesting. I was able to connect with them. And so when I knew that this was going to be made into a movie, I was really excited. Then I went in, and It wasn't good. It wasn't good in any sense of the word good. It was bad. I walked out. And I don't usually walk out of movies, but there were so many changes. And like I know I'm one of those people who's like you can like a book and the movie or TV adaptation can be completely separate and you can like them as two different entities because there are so many book to movie adaptations that aren't good or that are good but are completely different. Like the Harry Potter movies, there is so much removed from the books that you don't get to see in the movies. And the same with like a Game of Thrones. The book has so much more detail, which is because they're bricks. Of course they have more detail. And the TV show seasons are like 12 episodes. Of course they're not going to be able to fit everything in there. But Mortal Engines was not like that. Mortal Engines stripped everything that was charming and interesting about the book and tried to make it into like the next, YA like adaptation that would get crazy and like blow up. And when you when people do that, it becomes completely uninteresting. Just not worth watching. So, first of all, the writing is bad. The writing is just, it's not, in the book it's good, but in the book, he's an author. He's supposed to write. The screenwriter didn't spend enough time on the characters, so the characters are not, like, likable. They're not interesting. You don't feel any kind of connection to them. There's also massive info dumping in the movie. In the book, it's at least, like, spread out, but in the movie, just, like, information is piled on you, and it's like, I still have no idea what's going on. If a person hadn't read Mortal Engines before they went to go see the movie Mortal Engines, they'd be like, what the hell is happening? Who's what? What is this? Things are introduced in the beginning of the movie that you don't even find out about until farther in to the book, like almost halfway through. So it's like, and I get that they only have 2 hours, like, give or take, to, like, put this all together and make it cohesive, but it wasn't cohesive. It was, it wasn't good. And, the thing that bothered me the most, Hester Shaw has a massive facial scar. It goes from, like, here to, like, down here. It disfigures her whole face. And in the movie, it is, like, a cut here and a cut here. It's just, I don't know why this bothered me so much, but there are so many YA female protagonists, or female protagonists in general, who are, like, beautiful, like, oh, I'm so ordinary, but actually she's gorgeous and a supermodel. There aren't as many who are able to not look perfect in description, who people will actively, say, oh, yikes, or like turn away from, and to still be a well-rounded, interesting character. Hester is one of them, and they just took that away. She's a model. Like, the actress is, like, model gorgeous with a couple of scars, like, right there. They could have done, like, with all of the money this movie had, like, and it had to have a lot of money into it, they could have done a better job with prosthetics, but they didn't. And it pissed me off. Like, and I can't help thinking, like, is it because she's a girl? Is it because it's they didn't think they could build a movie off of someone who wasn't gorgeous, supermodel gorgeous? It just made me like, like, why? She was so cool and like badass, and like she had a scar and she wasn't like the perfect embodiment of beauty. Whatever. One thing I can say about the film, because I know that people worked hard on it and I don't hate it, I just hate how it was. It is very beautiful. It is visually attractive. It's, you can tell that there were a lot of special effects. There are great costuming, but that's all I can say because everything else fell super flat for me. But if I can say anything, I can say pick up Mortal Engines and read that instead. Put your money, if you're going to spend money, towards the actual book instead of the movie, because the book is so much better. So consider that. You can see it if you want. I mean, I'm not like you're the boss of you, but I would recommend going to see like any other movie that's out right now. Like The Favorite. The Favorite is really good. It's really weird. Or like The Green Book. I don't know. Just like don't see Mortal Engines. So that's all. Bye.